Hello everyone, and welcome back to Cooking Companions. Gregor is happy to be here. Yeah, it's only been a couple seconds for me, so hopefully it hasn't been too long for you. There's a lot of mouse holes everywhere. Anyway, good morning everyone. Mariah. Same. Again, Gregor? Can't you let us sleep in? Not today. Why? Storm clouds are gathering outside. We need to find some food before it begins to downpour. Gregor, you're overreacting. We have enough food to last us a while. Enough food? I thought we used most of the supplies for last night's dinner. Yeah, why are we making such big fancy dinners if we're short on food? He's right. The meal you made was delicious, but it used a lot of what we had. Gregor's also correct. Precipitation is unusually high in this area, with many areas being high risk for flooding. It'd be foolish not to go outside and look for food today. You really think it will flood? Thankfully, the cabin is on high ground, but that doesn't mean we're safe from floodwaters. You know, maybe we should leave. That sounds like a much better idea than what we're doing. This place isn't safe, it's not sanitary, and now it's gonna flood, and you guys wanna stay? God, where did you come from that this is better? Why are we here? Why are we here? I wanna know why we're here. There was very little explanation. It's always a possibility, so it can't hurt to be prepared. You're losing it, Gregor. Kareen, there's nothing to worry about. Famous last words, Kareen. I think Gregor's right, Kareen. Huh? It won't hurt to prepare for the worst. I think she's right. Fail to prepare, prepare to fail. Anatoly, let's go out and prepare for the storm. Foraging should be a key priority today. There are plenty of edible foods, and it has better odds than trying to hunt. That is true. Give me a few minutes, and I'll plot out our route on some paper. Ignore my hiccups. Okay. Honestly, you guys should probably make some water collection barrels too. Because, like, you also need water more than you need food. You could survive 3 weeks without food, but water, you need that. Let me help, little guy. Anatoly and Gregor head to the bedroom to consult the map. Mariah and Kareen are still hanging around. Tutorial. Unfortunately, in life, you can't make everyone happy. When given a choice to speak to a character, choose wisely. You can only select one of them. Trying to max out your bond with certain characters for unique dialogue scenarios. Which one would you like to talk to? Literally anyone but Kareen. Hi, Mariah. Mariah is paging through some of the books on the bookshelf. You walk over to her. Hello. There's some great books here. Which one is your favorite? I don't know. I prefer horror, but this is also very interesting. Well, honestly, I don't know. I've never read a horror book. I don't like to read. It's very difficult for me because I have no patience. I just flip to the end, and then I'm like, wow. Cool. So probably the crafting one. Oh, me too. Metallurgy is so interesting. I like to learn how to make stuff, so I guess that. I'm curious about what alloy composition our cauldron is. I haven't seen one like that before. Anyway, great choice. You think Mariah will remember that? That's good. Yay! She's nicer than Kareen. Didn't know you were so smart. Is that an insult? Let's talk again later, okay? You start to blush a little bit. You hear a cheer from the other room. Sounds like the two are wrapping up their meeting. Oh. Gregor and Anatoly come back from their meeting. Gregor is blushing slightly. Ooh. Hey, can you cook something while we're out? You nod. Thank you. Alright everyone, we have our route now. Let's beat those rain clouds. The group leaves, determined as ever. You have the cabin all to yourself. What is that? Static? What's that noise? Sounds like it's coming from the kitchen. Are the Chompettes watching TV? Huh? Radio? What's going on with the radio? You have a radio? You didn't even notice it on the ground when you walked in. Did somebody leave this radio here? What did that just say? Oh. Wait, no, it's saying words. That's creepy, okay. It looks newer than anything you've seen before. A radio looks new? What year is this? Okay, actually, if this was like further back in the past, suddenly this makes a lot more sense. Seems to be broken. Better hold on to this. You got the strange radio. Before you cook dinner, what should you check out? Still, hell no. I don't want to talk to the Chompettes. I already checked the bedroom. Sure. If that small spider's in here, I'm gonna— ooh. This is pretty. You remember an old tale about a child who said a killer's name 3 times into a mirror? Oh. That's nice. Don't do it. Stop. But you can't remember how it ended. You're too frightened to even try it. Fair, I wouldn't tempt fate. Do I believe in it? Not particularly, but I'm not gonna open the door for it anyway. You leave the bathroom a little more scared than when you entered. Well, that was a pointless visit. Should've hung out with the Chompettes. Mariah's back early today. Are you okay? This expression seems very— honestly, it feels very corpse party. Hey, the others are still looking for food outside. Anatoly found some more berries, but nothing that will feed all of us. Please don't tell the others. But I'm a little worried about our supplies. I crunched the numbers and we don't have enough food, even with rationing, to last if there's a big storm and we get stuck out here. Then maybe we should leave! Mariah seems disappointed in your inventory management. What? Okay. Can you try cooking with a little less this evening? You nod. Thank you. You've done such a great job with meals so far. You are getting scary, Mariah. You're very sweet. Is Mariah blushing a little bit? Aww, she's adorable. Teehee. Mariah will remember that. I didn't do anything. What? I didn't even make a choice. Okay. I'm just that good. Maybe you can teach me to cook sometime. You nod. Looking forward to it. Hey, you could hold cooking classes here someday. I don't know if I'd do it here. Rudely interrupting a tender moment, the others burst into the cabin. Ew. I really don't like her. She's such a jerk. Don't be so down, everyone. We got tons of good berries. Jam is so bland without any sugar. Oh, deal with it. Do you have any sugar? I don't know. I didn't pack the supplies. Apparently Anatoly did. Why are you asking me? Ask him. You shake your head sadly. Yikes. Turn that frown upside down, Corrine. Who knows what tomorrow will bring? Probably a storm? I'm not smiling for you, Gregor. Eek, you missed out. The sunset was really tremendous on our way back. Hues of orange, red, even a little purple poking out. Luckily, where I live, we have a very nice view of the sunset because I live right next to like a river. There's like a river between a small town and then an even smaller town. And the harbor has a lovely view of the sunset. It's so nice. Red sky at night, sailor's delight. Where have I heard that before? Red sky in the morning, sailors take warning. So we can expect a sailor's delight tomorrow? That's awesome. You're such an optimist, big guy. You must have walked a few miles today. You guys are burning too many calories. Like, you're not gonna get the calories back from the food that you got, that you spent to get the food. You guys are terrible at survivalist stuff. Gorgeous sights. You could even see the snow on the tips of the mountains. That rumble sounded like a dying calf. You look from person to person, trying to determine who it was. Was it me? Oh, it was definitely Mariah. Mariah? I'd recognize that sound from anywhere. Gah! Guilty. Mariah looks embarrassed, but the group laughs at her honesty. Except for you. You search your mind for something to say, but all you can think of is an old riddle. Ahem. Those who have it do not want it. Those who have at least succeed. Those who have it for too long perish. When you feed it, it gets smaller. What am I? Dust? Ah, yes. Try again, big guy. Everyone is pondering the answer. Mariah's face lights up. I got it. Is it hunger? Yeah, I figured. Yeah, I was gonna guess that. Yeah, sure. So, what's on the menu tonight, chef? Bread and jam. Or jam and bread. You crush the berries in your small mortar and pestle, spreading it on some crusty bread. Ew. Bare cupboards. Is this... Okay, this is... You cooked raspberry jam and bread. Say goodbye to the raspberry chompette. And the cabbage chompette. And... I don't know, what was in the first one? It's vegetable stew. All the chompettes were dead by then. Maybe I should check on them. I wonder if I've actually eaten them. The bread's a little tough. Gregor, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. I don't know, I tried to say gift horn, and that's not it. A goat horn. We'll get a goat horn, call the goats, and they will be our food. But this homemade jam is to die for, haha. Sorry. No, you're right, Gregor. This bread stinks. Mariah! Everybody laughs. You're not sure this could be called a meal. But it got the job done. Everyone thanks you for dinner and heads off to sleep. You go to bed wishing you had more. You have a strange dream. Something is riding on your back. And it's becoming a nuisance. You try to see it in the mirror, but you can't get a good look at it. You try almost everything, but it won't get off. The pain between your shoulder blades is getting worse by the minute. You wander away from the cabin, stumbling by a river to soak your pain in cool water. You didn't want things to come to this, but you've exhausted all other options. You swim out to the middle. Rocks on the bottom cut your feet. You slip and fall to your knees. You lean back, trying to submerge the thing underneath the waters. Am I drowning a toddler? But it won't drown. It won't drown. It won't drown. You splash frantically, plunging your head beneath the water. The current takes you downstream. You try swimming to shore, but it's no use. Water fills your mouth and nostrils. After a minute, you stop struggling against the current. As you gaze up at the sky, you feel it leaving your back, drifting into the sky as you sink to the bottom. As you take your last gasp, you see what was on your back staring into your eyes. But you don't even have the air in your lungs to scream. You wake in a cold sweat. Well, that's... Oh, what the hell? What was that? Day 3. Awesome! Well... That was lovely. Cool. Wake up. Sorry, you're making strange noises in your sleep. Well, I wasn't screaming, I can tell you that much. I didn't have enough air to scream. What's going on, Gregor? Did the lightning wake you up? It woke me up. I tried to fall back asleep, but it's so loud. Ugh. You know, the lightning isn't that loud, it's just the thunder, just saying. Let's just get back to sleep and talk about this in the morning. Talk about what? Everyone nods in agreement and gets back to bed. The storm? I mean, there's not a whole lot to talk about. It's a storm. Except for you. You can't fall back asleep. You still have goosebumps from the nightmare. There are ghosts in this cabin. Corinne's snoring is louder than a sawmill. You find it very loud and very distracting. Sounds like my dad. You don't sleep a wink. Everyone is now up and awake in the cabin. You hear the front door open and quickly slam shut. Anatoly sounds petrified. I looked at the door and we're completely surrounded by floodwaters. Looks like sailors take warning was more appropriate for today. Maybe it'll clear up tomorrow? Can you guys not swim? Just swim. You can't steal big guy's optimism, Kareen. Why the hell not? That's all he's going for him. Okay, I don't like you. I say we send you out swimming, and if you don't come back, so be it. Ick. He's also good at chopping wood, though. Hahaha. Knock it off, you two. Mariah, do you think it'll clear up tomorrow? I give it a 27% chance of it clearing up tomorrow. Based on what? I was bored stiff, so I read a book on local precipitation levels for the last 20 years in the living room. Sounds like you're stealing Anatoly's thunder. Anatoly, you're a book nerd, right? Why didn't you read it? Eck. Couldn't make it past the cover. Is that right? Yes. The bookshelf has some great books on artisan crafting and natural sciences. Why let them sit there gathering dust? How did you arrive at a 27% chance of it clearing up tomorrow? It's easy. Take the time of the year and multiply it by a factor of... Mariah begins to explain meteorology to you. She isn't dumbing any of this down. It's similar to... where... So the first thing you need to understand, minutes of explaining feels like hours. You look over at Anatoly. He's listening intently to Mariah. So intently he hasn't blinked yet. Sir, you're gonna damage your eyes. You can't see his eye. You can see his eyes drying up. A tear rolls down one of his cheeks. This is brutal to watch. You know, you can still hear her if you blink, just saying. Mariah finally wraps up her lecture. She ends with a bow. Nobody claps. I'll clap. Good job, Mariah. What do you mean, tough crowd? I am clapping for you. Mariah, that was awe-inspiring. Yeah, Anatoly, why aren't you clapping? You lost me a few minutes in, but it's okay. I didn't understand a word of it. You are just like Scott, aren't you? Yeah. Anatoly turns to you. Anyway, there's no telling how long this will last. We can't leave the cabin until these floodwaters stop. I mean, as soon as it stops raining, you could. Depending on how far you gotta swim. I know our food situation is a little tight, but I know you'll make the right decisions. Why are we staying here? If this is normal, why are we staying here? This is not sustainable. I want to know. Tell me. Game. I believe in you. Don't. I'm terribly inefficient. Me too. Well, thank you, Kareen. It looks like we have enough leftover berries for more bread and raspberry jam. I'll pass on the jam. Just give me more crusty bread. Everyone laughs. Except for you. With everyone stranded in the cabin, you need to keep everyone fed and happy. You sneak out to the kitchen while everyone's still talking. Chompettes, can we eat you, please? You get out some crusty bread and get to work making some more jam. With the kitchen to yourself, you decide to check in on the Chompettes.
Hello.
Hi. Good to see you. Don't worry, as leader of the Chompettes, I'll make sure none of the humans know about us. Well, what does that make me?
Onion.
That big guy would try eating me like an apple, so definitely don't tell him about us. Only a psychopath would try to eat an onion like an apple. So, probably my mother. I think she actually did that as a kid. That's weird. Okay, anyway, potato. Ha ha ha. Are your plans going awry? You are not funny. We're eating you first. Got another cornbread classic for you. Did you hear about the bread maker's bakery burning down? No? Her business is now toast. Oh my god, we're eating you first. That one's been done to death. Do you know how raspberry and milk were introduced? You tell her no.
Raspberry.
Raspberry, milk, shake. Oh. You're both. Yeah, you're both tonight's dinner. We're not even using the leftover berries. We're using you too. You let out an audible groan. Yeah. Did cornbread teach you that one? Nope, wasted an entire day thinking about that terrible pun. It was well worth the time and effort, Raspberry. Maybe you'll win the annual Chompette comedy competition this year.
Raspberry.
Of course.
Anya.
Not while I'm here. I won't choke on stage this year. Isn't that every year, Bread? We still talk about that closing line, Bread. You're going to do great this year. Anyways, don't even think of eating us if you're hungry. Chompettes stick together through thick and thin. You're food with smiley faces. You're not a threat to me. Rain or shine. Feast and famine. Potato, I swear to God, repeat that line and we're locking you up again. Wait, I don't get it. Was that a joke? Feast or famine? I'm confused. Life or death. That's right. Chompettes, move out. Alright, bye, you weird little talking food thingies. The Chompettes somehow managed to close the door on themselves. You bring the crusty bread and jam into the living room. Why are we calling it crusty bread? That's so unappetizing. Karen interrupts as you bring in the food. Took you long enough. Corinne looks at the 2 slices of bread left and the mason jar of raspberry jam. There's mold on these last 2 slices of bread. Cut it off, it's fine. If you guys are in a survival situation, take off the mold and eat the bread. Corinne is right. What the hell is the matter with you? What? Just cut it off! Do you want to starve? Honestly, we shouldn't even be eating this right now. You grip the knife tightly in your hand. The knife? I'm gonna stab her. You think this is enough for 5 of us? Wait, we can't throw this bread away. It's all we have left. Gregor's right. Anatoly, will mold spores give us food poisoning? I'm, no scientist. Sorry. Let's pick off as much mold as we can. Oh, actually, yeah, how much mold is there? That's a good point. We can't leave with the floodwaters, so this will have to last us another day. You guys aren't gonna starve to death if you don't eat for a day. You all look like you have some calories to spare. You look like healthy young adults. You'll be fine. Everyone grimly nods, ripping apart their piece like a pack of wolves. Gregor seems to unhinge his jaw and eat it in one bite. He looks like a duck eating bread. Thanks again. Bread and jam isn't much of a meal, but it's more than we had when we left Ukraine. Oh. This game was made in, like, 2019. Are you guys refugees? This is oddly... Wow, okay, this is weird timing, considering what's going on in Ukraine. Alright, interesting. Plenty of rainwater outside, so at least we won't die of dehydration. But until the storm is over, nobody should leave the cabin. Should clear up if we just give it a chance. Anatoly, where are you getting that information from? One of the books on the bookshelves about the climate here. You're illiterate, so that's definitely a lie. I thought he was a book nerd. Are you an illiterate book nerd? That's kind of funny. Eck. I've seen him reading. Little guy's been studying. I'm serious. He pretends to read those books because he wants us to think he's smart, but I can tell he's just staring at the page and faking it. What do you think? I don't like Korean, so I'm agreeing with Anatoly. You must be going blind then. Yeah, thanks. I don't know why Korean would make something up like that about me. No, he's totally lying. But I don't care, I don't like her. You aren't fooling anyone, Anatoly. Korean has stormed off. Good! Thanks for backing me up. Yay! Did I get a point with Anatoly or Gregor? Because that said Gregor, didn't it? Good to have someone so positive around. Anatoly looks relieved. You think he'll remember that? Yay, I like Anatoly. I guess let's call it a day. Yeah, honestly, just don't exercise. Don't move unless you have to. Just wait it out. You guys will absolutely survive. Sure. But this is a horror game. That's obviously not gonna happen. They'll probably get murdered before they starve to death. Everyone shuffles off to their sleeping areas. 10 minutes later. Hey. Hello. Karine likes to find somebody's weakness and use it against them when she's frustrated. Karina's a jerk. Just wanted to thank you for backing me up earlier. You're very sweet to do that. Anatoly looks at you with a look of admiration. Heh. Okay, why do you have a squirrel? We can eat that if we need to. I don't want to, but we could. Heh. See you tomorrow. Anatoly looks like he's blushing as he walks away. You're definitely sure Anatoly will remember that. Yay. Yay! You get ready for bed and put a blanket on. You go to bed very hungry. Again, I don't know how long I've been at this. I should really pay attention. I'll go through this dream sequence and then we'll probably end it. Oh, there's no dream. But you sleep through everyone waking up. You don't dream the entire night, okay? Okay, so yeah, not totally sure how long it's been, but hopefully it hasn't only been like 10 minutes. It probably hasn't. Anyway, yeah, this is interesting. We're stuck in a cabin because we're stupid and didn't leave before the storm flooded us. Oh yeah, I have an inventory. I should check that out later. Anyway, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Assuming I don't die while you're gone. Because that seems to be where this is going. Anyway, see you guys in the next episode. Bye.